What's up, my PT peeps? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 8, and Carol, Morgan, and Richard talk. What they talking about? Preview, promo, and predictions. Spoiler warning, if you don't want to know about Season 7, Episode 8, stop watching now. Spoiler warning, here we go. Now, the episode looks to be a great one. Episode 8, going to be great. With Rick, Alexandria, stuff's going to get crazy. I mean, we're going to see Alexandria, Hilltop, Sanctuary, and Carol's house. Gonna be a lot going on in the 90-minute episode. We got the promo. It's the little promo for it. We're gonna put it in the description if you want to check it out real time. We're gonna break down the promo. Not much to it. It's just Carol, Morgan, and eventually Richard in it. So we got Carol just chilling, reading a book. What's she reading? Hunger Games? Harry Potter? I don't know. But she's just sitting there by the fire, being left alone. Hears some noise outside. She checks out the window, sees this mystery bag bucket thing. She doesn't know what it is exactly for a second, and then she looks up and sees Morgan walking away. Morgan just dropped off some food like a nice guy that he is. Carol wants to be left alone, but Morgan just wants to make sure she's okay. He's looking after her, trying to protect her a little bit. Carol looks out, sees Morgan, tells him to come in, and it's pretty funny because Morgan's like, I was going to leave you alone, but you told me to come back. So they just want to talk, have interactions. I mean, Carol's a torn person. She's broken down. She needs to recover like that too. And she's not going to really come around just yet, but eventually she will. Got some apples and some fruit and some whatever from the garden at Hilltop, which is the way to go in a zombie apocalypse. You got to make your own food, Carol's like, no, really, I'm good. Because Ezekiel came by and gave her all that stuff. Maybe something else too, you know what I'm saying? But Carol, Ezekiel, you don't get to see Ezekiel or Shiva this episode. We gotta wait to episode 9 before they come back in the mix, which sucks. We got one episode of Ezekiel and Shiva. Carol's like, nah, man, I'm really good. I don't really need much from you guys. I just want to be left alone. She says, all right, how are you? Good. Okay, now you can go. As soon as Morgan's trying to leave, Richard comes with a bunch of water, which is nice. Is that what he's doing in this part of the other trailer? Is he getting the water? Is he going somewhere else? Is he doing something secretive? Just don't know what to make of it. But the big thing is that he goes to talk to Carol. Morgan happens to be there at the same time. He doesn't expect that, but that's good because he wants to talk to them both. Richard is a good guy. He's going to be the type of guy that you're like, man, I start to like Richard. And then what's going to probably happen to Richard? So we'll see if it plays out like the comics, but it sucks what happens to Richard, and we'll see eventually if it happens the way it does in the books. But Richard sits down, is like, look, we got to deal with these saviors. I'm tired of getting my ass kicked. Ezekiel doesn't get his ass kicked. He just gives them what they want and appeases them. Kind of like what Gregory does, but not in a less douchebaggery way. Richard gets his ass kicked, even though he should have took this guy out or whatever, but he listened to Ezekiel. He's just playing the part, even though he's got to deal with this guy. And probably this ain't the first time, too. This guy's like, yeah, you could smile for it. And Richard's like, you got it backwards, buddy. Which is right. They're giving them food, and they're supposed to, smile about it? Get the hell out of here. Morgan's like, to Richard, well, what are you trying to say? Because Richard's probably like, we got to do something with this, but I don't know, playing the politically correct card. When Richard should just be like, we got to take these freaking saviors out. Morgan's done it before, and the group and the kingdom people know that. So he's going to be an asset to the group, which is good for Morgan because he's kind of being his own person outside of Rick and Rick's group, which is a big asset to the kingdom, which is great. He took these fools out. This guy, which was the right move. You got to find the right balance of killing people and saving people, and you can't kill everyone and you can't save everybody. You got to find your happy medium, which has got to be really tough in a zombie apocalypse to find out who's the good, who's the bad, who's the crazy, and who needs to go. Carol. Let's talk about Carol. I love me some Carol. Carol Pelletier, however you want to say it. Melissa McBride, she's awesome. She's a torn person now, and I can understand why, but she's going to be resistant to going against the Saviors. She wants to be left alone. She had to deal with them before, and she finally got away and safe, and she was captured, and she took out a bunch of them on the road, which is, Carol's in a recovering spot right now from a tough situation, and I can understand that. She's not going to want to fight the Saviors until she gets some information, probably from Daryl, in the second part of season 7. And you know these two got to get reunited. Carol and Daryl, Daryl and Carol, they're a great couple. Even though they're not a couple, a great connection, great people. It's great scenes with them together. And I want more of that going into season 7. Remember in the season 5 premiere when Carol saves their ass at Terminus. And can't wait to have more moments like this in the second part of season 7 when the survivors start to win a little bit, get their shit back together, and people get reunited. And we're going to get that for sure. Just a matter of time. Carol and Daryl together. I love it. Can't wait for it, and we need it. Love the picture here too. Fat Joey, Rudolph, Negan. Can't wait for you to go, Fat Joey. Going to be great what Daryl does to your ass and get the gun back to Rick. And there you go, guys. Season 7, Episode 8. I can't wait for it. Walking Dead community, check out the group and the page on Facebook. Links are in the description if you want to go directly to it. But there you go. Like I said, subscribe today to get more videos. You guys are awesome. Can't wait for Sunday. And see you later, guys.